fucking feeding us pastries for breakfast, and we still had to pay full price to stay here? Like, come on.
May I ask where you're going now?
We're going to get something to eat.
Everything closed across the street. Everything closed. Gas station, shopping mall, everything closed.
So what are y'all doing for gas? You all knew this storm was coming, right? So you're going to give us bag lunches, bag breakfast, some pastries? That's so disrespectful.
I want to say this on behalf of all Jamaicans around the world. To all of you ungrateful, dirty, crosses, tourists, we have make all of a video and a complain about how you not get good service and how the staff have attitude and the food no good. Take your bumbo cloth and go home. Take your ass and go your yard. You hear me? Go on now, Melissa Ghan, you can go your yard. Please go home.
You know what's more dangerous than a Category 5 hurricane? The audacity of entitled tourists. Okay, while Hurricane Melissa was tearing through Jamaica, literally ripping roofs off homes, displacing hundreds of thousands of people, cutting off roads, there were tourists at luxury resorts complaining not about the hurricane, not about survival, but about pastries for breakfast, about poor service, about their ruined holiday. Meanwhile, the Jamaican workers serving them, they didn't even know if their own families were alive, but they showed up anyway, because that's what Jamaicans do. They serve even when the world is ending around them. This is not just about a hurricane. This is about what happens when people forget that service is not slavery and that humanity should never have a price tag. Okay, I've got a couple of clips of these entitled tourists because today we're going to talk about the entitlement, survival, and why the world needs to see the real Jamaica. So let's go into these clips, let us watch them, and then I'll be back to discuss everything with you guys.
I don't want to hear one person get on this goddamn app and complain about their trip to Jamaica getting canceled or ruined or any of that nonsense. I get it. Believe me, I get it. You paid for this trip. You were looking forward to this trip. You powered through the worst days of work, excited to get to this vacation. I get it. But there are hundreds of thousands. There's 2.8 million. That's the population of Jamaica. There are hundreds of thousands of people who are about to go through the worst week of their goddamn life because a Category 5 hurricane is literally about to hit them. They are going to lose a lot of things. A lot of them are going to lose their house, their income, their food, their pets, possibly family members, possibly their own lives. Your trip to Jamaica is literally the least of their concerns right now. They don't care. You can go anywhere else. You're going to get a refund. So you can go anywhere else. But where are they going to go? What are they going to do?
Service isn't slavery. Sometimes people forget that hospitality doesn't mean servitude. I've been thinking about the videos I've been seeing with some tourists in Jamaica during Hurricane Melissa and how easy it is for people to lose empathy the moment that they step outside of their own reality. Like, how can you see staff working through fear, still showing up, still trying to make your stay comfortable as much as they can, while they're wondering if their home still has a roof, if their friends, their family, their children, their loved ones, their animals are okay, and people are complaining about the type of food they have to eat, as if that level of comfort is owed to them in the middle of chaos. And I think that's the danger of the I paid for this mentality. It replaces humanity with hierarchy. I think it comes down to the fact that sometimes we don't need more luxury. We need more compassion.
I am seeing all you raggedy, entitled, big back over there giving these people a hard time because you don't think that they have accommodated you to the best of their abilities in the middle of a Category 5 hurricane. They are not with their families. They are not with their loved ones. They are not at their home securing their things, making sure they're okay. They're at that resort because your entitled asses decided you was going to jet to holiday over there for a cheap ticket price in the middle of hurricane season, and you have a problem that they are feeding you pastries? And it's mostly us. It's so embarrassing.
So let me get this straight. Jamaica just experienced a Category 5 hurricane, and you got tourists who look like me that are not Jamaican over there complaining about room service, food, and getting flights out of there. Again, a Category 5, which is the highest rated hurricane that a place could have, and they over there talking about me, 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 me. That is insane. What's wrong with y'all? Where's your compassion? Where's your ability to put yourself aside for just a moment?
And you see, when I'm gonna leave, don't come back. I repeat, do not come back. Because I don't understand the level of insensitivity that you guys have. A Category 5 hurricane? You know how devastated some persons are? And the complaints from you guys, do not come back. Do not come back.
What's good, my people? Welcome back to the Bantu Merchant channel. And if you're new here, this is where we talk about the real, the raw, the uncomfortable truth about the African and Caribbean diaspora. Migration, we talk about money, we talk about culture, we talk about identity, we talk about politics, all of it in one place. And today we need to talk about Hurricane Melissa, not just the storm itself, but what it revealed about humanity or the lack of it. Because while Jamaica was literally fighting for survival, some tourists decided to fight for better croissants. Yeah, let me explain. Allow me to explain that. Hurricane Melissa hit Jamaica as a Category 5. Let me repeat. Category 5, the highest rated hurricane possible. We're talking about 160 plus. Yeah? MPH winds, homes flattened, power lines down, roads cut off, families huddled in shelters, praying their roofs don't fly away. Hundreds of thousands displaced. There was chaos, devastation. Like, it was just survival mode. And in the middle of this literal biblical destruction, there were tourists at luxury resorts who had the audacity, the intimidated girl to complain about the service. Not a little grumble, not a hey, we understand times are tough. No, full-blown complaints. The food is not up to standard. I only got pastries for breakfast. The staff is not attentive enough. My vacation is ruined. That's what they were saying. Your vacation? Your vacation? While Jamaican resort workers were wondering if their children were alive, you're worrying about your vacation. While they were serving you through fear, not knowing if their homes still had roofs, while they were risking their lives, literally risking their lives to keep you safe. But okay, sure. Tell me more about your rain holiday. Let's talk about this entitlement because this is a textbook. And there is this dangerous mentality that says, I paid for this, so I deserve X, Y, Z no matter what. It's transactional, cold, dehumanizing, and it is everywhere in how we treat service workers. But here's the thing: payment doesn't erase context. Payment doesn't mean you get you get to know a Category 5 hurricane and demand luxury like nothing's happening. Payment doesn't make you the center of the universe when the world around you is collapsing. These tourists acted as if the money bought them immunity from reality, like the staff owed them comfort in the middle of chaos, as if the level of service is guaranteed, even when people are dying outside. I'm so disappointed these tourists, by the way. And that's not just entitlement, that's delusion. That's forgetting that the people serving you are human beings, not robots, not servants, not slaves. They're human beings just like you. Service is not slavery. Hospitality doesn't mean servitude. And a paid vacation doesn't give you the right to lose your humanity. Here's what really gets me: how quickly people lose empathy the moment they step outside their own reality. These tourists couldn't or wouldn't pause for a second to think, wait, there is a hurricane. Maybe the staff is going through something unimaginable right now. Like, think about that. Like, maybe I should be grateful I'm alive and safe. Instead, they doubled down on their complaints. They gave the staff a hard time. They acted like victims. But the real victims here, the hundreds of thousands of Jamaicans who lost their homes, their income, their food, their pets. their everything, their lives, maybe even a family members, the resort workers who chose to stay and serve strangers instead of being with their own families. That's who deserves compassion, not someone mad about pastries. And this is not unique to Jamaica. This is a global issue. We see it in how people treat restaurant workers, hotel staff, delivery drivers, cleaners, anyone in service. We forget their humanity the moment we feel inconvenienced. But here's the truth: your inconvenience is not an emergency. And during an actual emergency, your complaints are not just on death, they are cruel. Now, let me tell you about the people, about these people, tourists who are complaining about. Jamaica resort workers are heroes, full stop. They showed up during a Category 5 hurricane. They risked everything to keep people safe. They served with kindness and strength, even though they were terrified, even though they didn't know if their own families were okay. That's not just professionalism, that's selflessness, that's love, that's the Jamaican spirit. Alright? Because here's what the world doesn't always see: Jamaica doesn't crumble. Jamaica has been through the storms before, literally and metaphorically. Hurricane Gilbert in 1988 nearly destroyed the island, but they rebuilt, they rose, and they survived. And they'll do it again and again because that's how they do it and what they do. They come together, neighbors share food, volunteers rescue strangers, workers show up in chaos, they pray, they work hard, and they rise every single time. Hurricane Melissa may have shaken the land, but it will never shaken their spirit. The tourists didn't see that, though they didn't see. They saw their vacation, they saw their inconvenience, they saw themselves, right? But the world saw Jamaican strength, and they won't forget it. I need to get personal for a second here. This hits home for me because I know what it is like to serve people who don't see you as human. I know what it is like to smile through pain, to put others first when you're breaking inside, to be professional when you want to scream. And I know what it is like to be part of a diaspora that's constantly undervalued, where our labor is expected, our resilience is taken for granted, our humanity is optional. Caribbean people, African people, we build the world and the world forgets us. We serve and we're told we're not doing enough. We survive and we're told to be grateful for scraps. But here's what I want you to understand, guys. We are not your servants. We are not here to make you feel comfortable at the expense of our dignity. We are not going to do that. We are people with families, with fears, with lives that matter just as much as yours. And when we show up for you, especially during crisis, the least you can do is show some damn gratitude. So what do we take from this, guys? Number one, as I finish up, entitlement is a disease and it is spreading. We need to check ourselves when we travel, when we consume, when we interact with people who serve us. Are we treating them like humans, or are we treating them like products we purchased? Number two, compassion costs nothing, especially during a crisis. A simple thank you goes a long way. A little patience, a little understanding, that's all it takes. Number three, the Jamaican spirit, the Caribbean spirit, the African spirit is unbreakable. We rise, always, no matter the storm, and the world needs to see that. Not our trauma, not our pain, but our power. To the tourists who complained, shame on you, by the way, a big shame on you. You missed an opportunity to witness something beautiful, humanity in action. Instead, you revealed your own ugliness. That's so bad of you guys. To the Jamaican workers, the world sees you, we honor you, you are our heroes, and your strength will never be forgotten. Jamaica will rebuild, the world will heal, and the people will rise because that's what I know you guys do at your level base. Hurricane Melissa didn't break Jamaica, but it did expose something else: the storms inside people's hearts. The entitlement, the lack of empathy, the forgetting, the forgetting that service is an act of humanity, not an act of slavery. So next time you travel anywhere, remember this. Remember the workers who risk everything to make you feel comfortable. Remember that your vacation is someone else's survival. Remember to be human, because at the end of the day, we are all just trying to make it through the storm. If this resonated with you, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear it, subscribe if you want more real talk about the diaspora, and drop a comment down below telling me your thoughts. Let's talk about this thing, guys. This is the Bantu Merchant, and I hope that you stay strong, stay rooted, and remember, we rise always. Let me see you next one. Peace out.